You say Grapes of Wrath, and that actually brought talent to the studio. Like people wanted lobby to get in that movie, even then with Zanuck.
I think Daryl Zanuck knew that because he was head of
Yeah.
production at Warner Brothers before he went off on his own and formed 20th Century Fox. But he knew that too, that if I do these kinds of films, I can get Jack Ford over here to start making my movies. He wasn't foolish. He knew there was a balance there, that he needed creative people, and they were very good at getting the best possible people, best writers, best directors, best cameramen.
Yeah, and his son was a fantastic producer.
Oh, for sure.
I really loved the movies his son put out, and he oversaw the studio Fox at the time of like Planet of the Apes, and he was responsible for a lot of. So there was definitely something to the creative lineage. I mean, Zanuck, I owe a debt to because he gave me one of my favorite movies. I don't know if it's a great film, but for me, it's an enjoyable film to watch, and it's certainly ambitious, which is The Longest Day.
Oh, yeah.
Fantastic book, and everyone in town is in it. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to talk over you, Bruce.
No, you're absolutely right. I mean, and just as a mammoth project, I mean, I'm sure you've read about how the hell would you put that together? You've got to get the cooperation of four governments. You need Navy ships, sailors and soldiers, and you're shooting in France. Well, I need French soldiers, but the Americans are doing maneuvers. Maybe we can get their landing craft. A phenomenal project, which he made. It's quite clearly Daryl F. Zanuck's Longest Day. He had three different directors directing each language. A phenomenal production and a very good film. I watched it not long ago. It holds up.
You know, the scale of it is so impressive. There's three shots, aerial shots, the beach landing, the French commando seizing the casino, and the glider assault. I can't remember that being done prior to that movie like that, and just being like, what? And then of course he pays tribute even to the French resistance, but he lets everyone speak their own language. They're not speaking English for the convenience of the audience. Like the Germans speak German and the
Yeah,
French speaks French.
black and white and subtitled. I mean, that's a gutsy decision to make when you're spending what then was a very large budgeted movie.
Yeah. And a lot of those guys were the actual veterans of the situations they were photographing. I mean,
Exactly. There was, well, you're going to talk about Richard Todd.
well, you could go ahead. I love Richard Todd's work, but go ahead and
Yeah,
you can mention it.
but the sequence where the gliders at night land and they take that bridge,
Yeah.
that's the actual bridge. That's the exact site that the real battle happened. Richard Todd is playing Major John Howard,
Yeah.
and Richard Todd was in the original attack.
Yeah. That's
So,
I'm sorry, finish your thought.
oh, no, that's amazing, isn't it?
No, I love that aspect about the film. I mean, Richard Todd went on to be a big Disney star. He did Robin Hood and Rob Roy for Disney and other things, of course. But to actually, can you imagine getting that phone call or however that went down where Richard, we want to do an actual, we're going to go back to the Orne River Bridge and we're going to shoot the glider assault with you playing your commanding officer. I'd be like, what the? I mean, that must have been mind blowing for him to step back there in the role, in the costumes, because you hear all these famous stories. Like Omar Sharif tells it from Night of the Generals, where he walked into a cafe shooting in Poland in his German uniform just as an actor, and people started throwing rocks at him, and you heard from other people that played Germans in like The Longest Day or A Bridge Too Far on that set where they would shoot in Holland and the audiences thought they were being invaded again. And I just imagine like standing on the Orne River Bridge set and being like, I am actually going to do this for film. And he's very convincing. He's very good in the role, too. I think he plays it really well.
Sir.
Well?
Mr. Smith says to tell you he's stood his men, too. And the Jerrys are moving up into the wood over there with machine guns and mortars. Tell the men to stand to.
Tell the chaps to expect another counterattack, a heavy one.
Yeah, mate.
So? What's the matter?
Listen, I thought I heard bagpipes.
Don't be daft.
I told you I heard bagpipes. It's the reinforcements.
It's Lovett!
Sorry I'm late, old boy.
Better than never, sir.
Glad to see you, Jimmy. You boys right on target.
Yeah, no, it's absolutely superb film. Love that film.
Hello, this is Richard Ashton. You won't know me from such TV shows as Outlander, Vikings, and Doctor Who, but I would like you to know about the search for a cure for NMOSD, and with it, a cure for cancer. Go to the Goothy Jackson Foundation and donate today. Thank you.